So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I started a YouTube channel and, in general, how I got started on YouTube and what direction I'm taking this channel. So if you're kind of curious about how all this got started, just keep watching. So I think I started watching YouTube probably in like 2008, 2009. While I was living in Spain, I remember watching videos on teaching ESL, and there was this guy, he had this channel called like Genki English or something like that.
Hello and welcome to the Genki English lesson plans page.
And he was an ESL teacher in Japan, and he was like such an amazing teacher. And I thought, wow, like, he's really hard to live up to. Like, he's super entertaining and funny. And I remember he was like the first person I watched on YouTube. So then, of course, after that, I remember watching a lot of hair tutorials and makeup tutorials and things like that. But I never really saw myself as someone who actually created the videos. I didn't see myself like in front of the camera by any means. But I remember probably around, I'd say 2014, I had a friend of mine and he said, oh, you know what, you should start a YouTube channel. And at this time, I was definitely more into fashion and hair and things like that. But I like kind of laughed it off like, oh, that's a funny joke. I never really saw myself as a creator, video creator, or anything like that. I think like when it comes to YouTube, there are the people who are the consumers, and then you have the video creators and things like that. And usually like, these don't necessarily intersect. So for me, like to have the idea that I was going to make YouTube videos was like a really big like hill to get over. And so I just kind of was like, whatever. For 2 years, I never thought anything of it. But probably in like 2016, when I was like starting to really think of like, what else do I want to do with my career and things like that. And I was watching a lot of YouTube videos at this time on more like, being an entrepreneur, being your own boss, and, just kind of finding your own direction. I started thinking, maybe I should start a YouTube channel. And at that time, I had like literally no idea like what I was going to talk about. But I remember I was taking a spring break trip to Spain at that time, and I really wanted to make like a travel vlog. And back in 2016, there wasn't millions of travel vloggers. It was still like a relatively, I don't want to say like a new thing, but like more unique. And I was like, yeah, it'd be really cool if I could make like a travel vlog going to Spain for spring break with some friends. But I had literally no idea how to do it. Like, I had no idea you could just use your phone at that time. And I think I had like an iPhone SE. It wasn't anything fancy. And I didn't even know how to hold a camera or how to record anything. So at that time, I didn't end up doing it because I didn't know what to do. But in 2016, I started just researching YouTube more and just like thinking, maybe I should start a channel. Like, what are the benefits of starting a YouTube channel? And then I learned like people made money with YouTube, but I didn't really understand how that all worked. But more and more, I would say for like 6 months, I studied YouTube and ways to make money with YouTube and videos and cameras and tech gear and video editing software. And I learned all these different things, but I hadn't made my own video yet. So finally, in September of 2016, when I was in Madrid and I was getting ready to start my first week teaching, I thought, okay, I'll make a video on starting the first day of school and just giving like some quick tips for the first day of school or something like that. And I'm like, I have to do it now because school's like starting Monday. I think this was like Saturday or Sunday night. So I made a quick 3-minute video. Hey guys, my name is Lindsey, and I'm going to be doing the Auxiliares de Conversación program this year. And this video is just some tips, I guess, really 2 simple tips. And I shared that video in this Facebook group of ESL teachers, not my group, but a different group. And I think it was up for maybe a day before they took it down because, no self-promo. And really at that time, I didn't really think of it as self-promo. I really saw it as like just sharing tips with new ESL teachers. But this one group, they were very picky with what things you shared. So I ended up having that video on there, and it got like several hundred views the very first day, and maybe a maybe a dozen or two subscribers. I can't remember. But I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. And I just kind of looked at it out as like, I'm just going to like make videos on my experience living in Spain, teaching English. That's what I wanted to do. But unfortunately, I think I only made 3 videos while I was in Spain. And then I came back here, and then finally in like January 2017, I'm like, well, you know what? I still enjoy talking about teaching in Spain, so I'm just going to make a whole bunch more videos on it. And I thought maybe eventually I'll go back. It was what I always wanted to do, like eventually to go back, maybe under different circumstances. I would like always like research what are other ways I can go back to Spain and things like that. But after a while, I realized it's pretty difficult to do something besides teaching English in Spain unless you're like married to a Spaniard or something like that. But I wanted to stick with YouTube and see where it went. I mean, ultimately, I did want to like try and make money with YouTube, but I just also wanted to be creative. I realized I enjoyed making videos, even if my videos weren't like top production quality or anything like that. And actually, I've made like some really good friends from people like watching my videos. So it has been socially connecting in a way too. So I think I'm just going to stop the video right here. Basically, yeah, I just started this channel back in 2016 as a way to like share my life living in Spain. And then I just started making a whole bunch more videos and just really started to enjoy it. And I have made money from this channel, but I did have ads turned off for a really, really long time until about a year ago. And YouTube just said you couldn't, they made you put ads on your videos. So have been monetized for a pretty long time. You know, there's other ways to make money with YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of fun. And if you're curious about it, you know, I'm going to make some more videos on it. But if you have any questions, put questions in the comments below, just, you know, about starting a YouTube channel. But I'm definitely going to talk more about it because I think it's definitely underutilized. I mean, there are tons of YouTube channels out there, but not all of them really provide value to people. But if you're looking, especially if you're a teacher or, you know, in an entrepreneur type field, YouTube is a great way to eventually earn more passive income or extra income, a side income. So I'm definitely going to be talking more about that. So subscribe if you haven't already and check out more videos over here. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.